Nemám byť bez sluchátok. Svoj mám vedľa seba. Poďme prvým, čo hráme. Jak sa to volá? Dám výkričník. Game Marta is dead. Čak by to moc nahlas povedzte, dobre? Settingy. To nebude asi čeština, že? Italiano, Deutsch, Francois, Española, Portugués, no jasné. Rusky, polský, Čechuni, kde máte titulky do piče? Kde máte vyjebané titulky Čechuni? Aha, tu ste. Počkaj. Ok, anglicky. Ok, no tak, zhasím před. Skip dono. O, sorry. Co ty má na dobre? Tá hudba sa hodí Ukrajine. DLSS vypni zbytečný, to mi zaploduje, pokaže, že má zaploduje ray tracing. Ale píču. Počkaj, to je fikcia, či to je real story. Do piče, či to je fikcia. Kurva. Hey, bitch. Scareface.
Ciao.
Ciao.
I'm Julia.
Julia?
Julia Kay.
Som Restt.
I'm glad you are here. Nobody has visited me in ages. It's been years now. I must tell you my story, but I don't know where to begin.
Prosím, začni, na piči.
There is so much that... I should start from my childhood, but my memories of these times are vague. I only remember the summer of 1929. When they sent me off to stay with my nanny.
The legend.
Nanny, will you tell me the story of the White Lady?
No, little sparrow. Not tonight. A fog is coming, see?
Yes. I know that when it's foggy, the lady kills young women. But why is she so evil?
You see, Julia, pain and suffering can make us do evil things, even if we're not actually bad.
Just like soldiers have to kill other soldiers. I like the lady I've decided, Nanny. She must be in so much pain. The poor dear. She still scares me a little, though. Soon I'll be a young woman, and she could kill me. Does she kill those who love her?
Of course not.
That makes me feel better because I love her. But what about Martha? Would she be in danger?
Your sister is with your mother, so do not worry. Do you miss them?
No. I mean, yes, I miss Martha a little, but I love spending time with you.
Ahoj Restík, dúfam, že sa darí. Neverím, že už je to 16 mesiacov.
Okay, Nanny. I'll go to sleep and dream of the lady. Was she beautiful?
She was beautiful.
Beautiful, yes. Very much so.
Then she'll be beautiful in my dreams. And will I be beautiful just like her?
You'll be even more beautiful.
Listen, Nanny. Since the lady won't harm me because I love her, and since you're not a young woman,
Wow,
could you tell me her story, even if it's foggy outside? Please. Oh, please. Then I'll sleep. I promise.
Oh, all right. You always get your own way.
Budeme hrať niečo normálne? Zajtra, chlapci, alebo dneska po polnoci bude Elden Ring. Nasledujete stream Elden Ring, takže kto by chcel vidieť najlepší build vôbec, tak u mňa na streame. Zajtra alebo dnes.
Every night I would ask her to tell me about it, even though it scared me. Even now I can remember every single day of that time and how happy I was.
White Lady. Mám pre vás jeden kľúč, chlapci.
According to an ancient legend, the lakes of the area are haunted by the spirit of a young woman who was killed by the man she loved. She was expecting a lover's stroll by the lake, gazing out at the old tree growing on the lake's island. So much hope and desire, but death, not love, was awaiting her. In despair, the man confessed he had killed her out of jealousy. So he was hanged on the small island, in the middle of the very same lake where he had killed the girl. They searched everywhere, but the girl's body was never found. Since then, her spirit, known as the White Lady, has been imprisoned in the depths of the lake. She grieves eternally for the loss of the man she loved.
Že prečo sa nemôžem na ňu pozrieť iba v tvári? Čo keď ona je ona?
The White Lady is known to leave the waters of the lake and roam the woods, looking for her long-lost love in vain. Within the fog of dawn, hunters have claimed to hear the wailing of a woman in the distance.
I'm a little scared of this story, even though I like the lady.
Should I stop reading, my little sparrow?
Áno, prestaňme hrať.
Nanny. Daddy always tells me that fear must be faced. Go ahead.
Okay, honey.
Smart.
Every time the sad memory of the night she perished stirs in her soul, she takes the life of a young woman by slaying such a life in its youth. Even just for an instant, the lady feels free from the burden of her pain.
Good night, Nanny.
Good night, bitch.
I spent almost 3 years with the nanny, but when I came home, I quickly forgot how to be happy. My memories do not return until 15 years later, in 1944, when I stayed in that house. I enjoyed setting up cameras in the woods by the lake. My father created a device that attached to the cameras. It would make them take pictures at set intervals. I was trying to photograph animals, or whatever else was in that damned place.
Ukáž, ty kokot. Lake.
Reel off the film. opened the camera, removed the old roll of film.
Prosíš si DBD? Ja tvoju segeru, bráško. Čo s tým spravíme?
Put the new film in. Close the camera.
Dúfam, že to nebudem musieť opakovať tú vec.
Close the film.
Už si nezapamätám isto. Aj keď mal 100 kg viac jak ty, no a... Hneď. Nech má koľko chce.
Almost ready. Now to bring the image into focus. There's something floating on the surface of the water. If I frame it better, I might be able to see what it is.
Čo to je, kurva? Jebe mŕtvola?
What? Is that a person? I must help them.
Skáč!
I was horrified at the idea that someone might have drowned in my lake. The lake was my world, where I would spend entire days daydreaming. I would lose myself in my thoughts, but that was a rude awakening. So terrible.
So terrible.
I instantly noticed that the person was wearing one of my dresses. I was scared. I dragged that lifeless body as best as I could to the shore, trying not to drown myself. Only when I lifted her in my arms did I realize who she was.
To bola tá z tej rozprávky? A nie.
My twin, a part of me, dead.
Čo ti jebe?
Impossible to
Ona
comprehend.
našla...
I was desperate. I didn't know what to do or to think.
Čo ti jebe, to musí byť pekne na piču. Nájsť svoju, onu... Dvojičku, ty kokot. Mŕtvu. Jebe ti.
Martha is not dead.
Marta is dead.
It's not possible.
Yeah. She's dead.
It's not true. There's no need to worry.
Marta, vstávaj.
Everything is fine.
Hrnú brusy.
Everything will be fine. I have to stay calm. Martha, February 26th, 1923.
Is everything okay?
Are you hurt?
Nie som v pohode. Je žiadne hry, má to byť horor a na plejku to museli vycenzurovať, lebo to je moc na piču, či čo. Tak uvidíme.
My parents ran towards me. My mother hugged me. She, who detested me, was now cuddling me. Her warmth filled me with life, and the pain became bearable. I felt protected. Martha, are you okay? She asked me, speaking slowly in order to let me read her lips. She thought I was deaf. She thought I was Martha.
Dosť na to, že našla mŕtvu sestru, tak ona to len rozpráva. Po x rokoch, vieš.
I didn't realize I had done something that couldn't be undone. I would have to pretend to be Martha. Forever.
som moc hlasno proti hre. Budem sa byť tichšie.
O Lord who gives life to the dying, let your sacrifice of love be offered for Martha's soul. Into your hands I also entrust my spirit, so that I may be reunited with her in perpetual light, to never suffer the desolation of purgatory. Please grant her eternal rest, O Lord, and may eternal light shine upon her.
Čiže prestate spamovať píčoviny a hráme Hororovku, dementi. Plný kok, ďakujem ti veľmi pekne, Nikes.
Mummy always finds something for everyone to do.
Aha, späť si pozrieme, že what's go.
Daddy must be devastated. He loves me. I messed up and now I have to watch him suffer my death. I can at least light the candles and let him find some comfort in sleep. These hunting rifles are not Daddy's. He never went hunting. Nanny must have left them here.
Nanny? Nanny?
Mummy and Daddy. They are the epitome of wealth and elegance. But pain pays no heed to money and style. This painter was a friend of Grandpa's. I always loved his
Pekný hlas má ona, nie? Zaujímavý.
As a child, I used to look at them for hours.
Tá čo to, treba nájsť, jak vypadá tá čo to aby, podľa mňa vypadá dobre jak kokot.
The only way people could tell Martha and me apart was by
Nájde niekto.
dressing differently. Even Mother couldn't
Isto to
tell
je
us apart.
štietka totálna ty kokos podľa hlasu, to ti viem povedať hneď. Na 100%.
I can't turn it off. We have to listen to the radio all of the time. Any news and announcements can be vital. July 17th, 1944. Our family is deeply saddened and is thinking of you during this extremely difficult time. Ernesto E. and family.
Ernesto E. and family.
July 17th, 1944. Our hearts are with you and we share your grief in the wake of...
OK, fuck it.
July 17th...
Dobre, nezájem. Idem dál.
There's no reason to use the phone right now. An old painting. I find it so sad. It communicates a sense of deep solitude to me.
Prečo akože nemôže povedať, kto je, ale musí zahrať na Martu? Takto? Nie hrať na Martu, ale že zomrelo jej čas, lebo oni boli dvojičky, vieš?
Počuli ste o tom, že Čaputová bude zajtra povolávat všetkých divočákov do prvej línie, že vraj stačí, keď
Super.
nás uvidí a
Dík.
zoserú sa rusáci.
Áno, presne to potrebujeme počúvať, tygov, teraz. Zrovna. Čo je zapalovač?
Daddy's oboe. We were preparing a really nice duet together. On the rare occasions he's at home, that is.
Aha. Hlas mi ti pripomína Adu. Adu Thorn Speaky. Trošku možno, že? Jasné. Idem pre ne.
Never a moment's peace. Even at a time like this, she can't sit still for a second.
Dobre, ideme pre... Prečo nedá hnusná hudba? Ukáž. Emma Berman sa volá tak, že dabuje. Vypadá pekne. Elden Ring, mám kľúč, jeden pre seba, jeden pre vás. Budeme hrať. Buď po polnoci, alebo zajtra.
Parla Londra. Trasmettiamo alcuni messaggi speciali. Felice non è felice. È cessata la pioggia. La mia barba è bionda. Parla Londra. Abbiamo trasmesso alcuni messaggi speciali.
Čo? Čo kurva? Dobre, kde dám kurva tie kvetiny, chat? To čaká ma 13 rokov? Nice. Čo zajebli emoten ten Putin?
What's happening? Who closed the door?
Erich, wake up. Do you think it's appropriate to sleep here, of all places?
What? Yes. I must have fallen asleep.
What are they talking about?
You can't stay here forever. Why don't you go to bed?
No. I want to stay with my daughter.
Your daughter? Your daughter? You have another daughter, you know. The one who's still alive. Remember?
What are you talking about, Irene? Julia is dead. What kind of comment is that? How can you?
You should be thinking about Martha. Julia harmed Martha. You know that, right? And as if that were not enough, she has now also abandoned her.
It's the same old story. Everything is always Julia's fault, isn't it? Her fault for Martha being deaf, and for you being infertile. Do you think it's the right time for this?
Think.
Julia is dead, Irene. Dead. Someone killed her. Do you realize that?
Of course I realize. I get it. Do you think I'm stupid? No one understands it better than me. She always brought problems. Only problems. It would have been better if she hadn't been born at all.
Koľko pojebaný.
I'm the crazy one? Me? They have done this to get at me, yes. Your death is all my fault. All I could ever do for you was hurt you, Julia. My poor,
Sweet, crazy girl.
What will I do without you? What will life be like now? All the time I didn't spend with you. But now I'm home. We can go fishing together. We can take pictures of butterflies. No. We can't do anything together anymore, can we? Nothing.
Seč.
I miss you, Julia.
Že by nebolo takto s mŕtvou rozprávať? Vieš, čo je na to najhoršie? Že budeme, vieš, každý to zažijeme raz, takéto niečo. Či s dcerou, alebo s rodičmi.
We have heard some tragic news from the area of La Ramola. The young daughter of German Army General Erich K. was murdered near her home. What possible reason could there have been behind such a cowardly act? This is what the Carabinieri, who immediately intervened, hoped to find out.
Barl, Bologna.
Mother didn't seem to suffer from the situation. All she cared about was that my death was so painful for Martha. But not having me around anymore must have been a great relief to her. At the end of the day, it was better for everyone that it was me who died. And it was better for me too that people thought that. But the guilt began to consume me. That's when I started having horrible nightmares.
Choď do piče. Mind. Soul? Soul. Čiže tá, čo rozpráva ten príbeh, je Juliana alebo Marta? Julia, nie? A ona našla Martu. Ale pravda bude taká, že Marta... Počkaj. They. Ok, nič. I. Will. Give. Nie. I. Stole. Her. Identity. Aha! Počkaj.
It was just a dream. A horrible dream. That horrendous woman and the face of my sister. I wish all of this was a dream and my sister is just sleeping in her bed. Instead, her bed is empty and this is reality. This is Martha and me at the festival of the patron saint. It was only a few months ago, and now...
Co ti vete se jak podobajú? Podobali teda. Like or kiss.
Martha had asked for a picture of me to put in this frame. She wanted me to do one of those expressions of mine that made her laugh.
Nebol by si obidve? To je 1929 cca, alebo 26 či koľko? Vlastne píš, to už je...
Can a photo capture the soul?
43?
Can I capture Martha's soul?
Takže to budú proste, na 100% budú chlpandy, chápeš? To už budú chlpandy jak kokot. To neviem, či by si jebol.
Scary fairy tales. Everything seems to be scary lately. Yet everything here is so beautiful and bright. this is Martha's trinket box. It could contain something that will help to figure out what happened. I always keep my trinket box locked.
My dve? Či ona s niekým?
If Mummy sees this picture, she'll throw it away for sure. It's me and Lapo. I want to see him as soon as possible so we can mourn Martha's death together. The butterfly collection that Daddy made for me.
Počkaj. Počkaj, ja som normálne teraz dojebaný úplne.
Mummy never wanted us to swap, so I don't know how she will take it. I could wear Martha's clothes instead, in the other wardrobe.
Takže, hej, takže to je tak, takže ja som Julia, 100%, už je to jasné. Našli sme Martu a ja sa hrám na ňu. Chápete? A ja sa hrám na ňu. To len keby niekomu to ide furt v hlave, že vieš, ja chápem, že niekto z vás to už vedel, ale niekto z vás bol tiež taký, jak ja, že kokot, hej, alebo nie. Takže ja som Julia, ale hrám sa na Martu.
This dress is only for special occasions.
Apple, ďalej 3 mesiacov, ďakujem ti. Lajko, ďakujem 100 bitov. Že si Restt, ktorý sa hrá na Juliu, ktorá sa hrá na Martu. Aha. Ruksak.
The key to my trinket box. Here is my diary.
Marta je nejaká sestra, čo umrela, alebo o čo ide? Ja som ako Julia našla Martu utopenú.
This is a new diary. We moved here today and I forgot my old one back at home. But that's okay. A new chapter in my life, a new diary. They say they brought us here for our own safety. Daddy, the war, and everything else. Nanny gave us her house and she went to look after the mansion. It's weird being back here after so many years. I remember Nanny telling me the fairy tale of the Lady of the Lake. It's one of the few happy memories I have from when I was little. Nanny isn't here and that's a shame, but Martha is here with me. I also get to see Lapo more often, which is wonderful. He's always hanging around here. Mum is thankfully too preoccupied with fixing up the house to worry about me. At least for now.
Som zvedel, keď sa to nejako zvrtne, čet. Lebo sa to musí nejako zvrtnúť, aby... A vlastne nemusí to zvrtnúť, lebo ona vypráva iba príbeh.
What do you think? What did you say? Okay, I won't wake her up. I'll just turn on her light. So when she wakes up, she'll know when to come down for breakfast.
They really think I'm Martha and I can't hear them. I need to be careful not to talk, or I will be in serious trouble. It's locked. Strange. Why did they lock my room?
Však prečo asi? Lebo si myslia, že si kurva mŕtva.
Martha's breakfast is ready. We can go.
Yes. It's getting late.
Did you leave the newspaper for Martha? You know how much she likes reading it.
Yes, Irena. It's on the table, can't you see?
And that camera? Are you leaving it there?
Yes, Irena. Can't you leave it there for a few more days? Do you mind? It was for Julia. I will take it away soon. I promise. The sword makes me so sad. Seeing it
Mal som rád Putina, ale toto už prehnal. Save UKRAINE.
All right, but let's go now. We have too much to do. We can't stay here all day talking.
Niekedy až ma baví, len sme to išli 4 dní hrať po sebe a
Martha always read everything.
vždy to dosť nejaký jebnutý.
It's me who will now read the newspaper instead. They'll be out all day. The funeral preparations will take them a long time. Everything is more complex with the war. Over the next few days, I will see little to nothing of them.
Káčko. Kamera. A frame. OK, kamera. Kamera a frame. Režaku, nie som predobný na Elden Ring, dúfam, že to tiež skúsiš. Jasné, ja už mám kľúč. Ja už mám aj stiahnuté.
I can verify that the camera is still working by taking a photo. I could photograph a sparrow. There are so many of them out
Čo si
here.
o tom myslíš, Resto?
Bread, butter, jam and coffee. Martha's typical breakfast. I prefer honey and milk, but I'll have to adapt to her tastes, obviously. Brutal assassination in San Casciano. Julia Kay, a young woman from a respectable family, brutally murdered near her home. Carabinieri investigates. A possible political motive emerges. Martha was not killed by politics or war. She was killed by something much closer and much less clear. I will find out the truth.
Čo je nejaký odhad? Čo si myslíš, čo ju zajebalo?
There might be birds around the little wall in front of the house. I always put crumbs on it for them.
Kole, grafika pekná, nie? Hej, grafika pekná, kurva. Pozri sa. Dokej ďalek tam je vidieť, ty blázen.
Dík za odpoveď.
Počúvaj, 4 hodiny sme, alebo 3 to riešili. Neviem to znovu vyťahovať, tieto veci. Dobre, jak by sme mohli, ukáž? Aha, okej. Jeb na to. Dobre, ja mám odfotiť vtáky pojebané?
Tady máš ty prachy.
Však streamuješ 2,5 hodiny dvojité VTF.
No tak proste neviem, koľko to trvalo, ty kokot. Čo ti jebe? To vôbec. To nechcem robiť. Toto. Choď do piče. Nevybližite vtáky. OK. Dúfam, že už nebudem musieť používať toto. Absolútne.
Tady máš ty prachy.
OK, uži si prachy, viac ti už nepošlem.
Keď mám znovu. Čo? Počkaj, povedz mi, čo? Však všetci to vidíme rovnako, tú vec. Je to proste vyjebané svinstvo. Dobre, jak môžem odísť z tohto close? Takto. Mám to? Elden Ring? Nemám, ak mám kľúč, ale až neskôr môžem po polnoci či kedy mať. Dobre, čo teraz? Tu je čo, citronovník? Ukáž, tu je čosi. Celý to. Tohto som mal odvediť, toho idiota malého, sledujte to čet. Jak to približím?
Tady máš ty prachy.
Mám ho?
Máš v piči, ale ja bývam pri Užhorodi a bojím sa.
Piče. Mám ho. Nemusíš sa bať, Braško. Neboj sa, bude to v pohode. Trust. Dobre, vraj to mám, čo teraz?
July 16th,
Videl som na vlastne oči
1944.
výbuchy.
There's something creepy about the woods.
I feel you, dog.
Every time I'm at the lake, I get a strange feeling. Maybe it's the legend of the white lady playing tricks on me. I get weird ideas. I think that there is this presence. Then I think I'm just being crazy. Anyway, crazy or not, I want to take some pictures. I'm not scared. In fact, I'd say I'm excited. I've made arrangements with Martha. She's coming to the lake with me tomorrow to set up 2 new cameras with timers, and we'll see what we can photograph. Not before a good swim, of course. To be honest, Martha doesn't like photography all that much, and recently she's gone off swimming too. But she does like spending time with me by teasing me. Then, when she gets bored, she disappears into her books, and I do my own thing. We feel right when we're together.
Dobre, máme. Teraz? Počkaj, prečo to furt chce otvoriť toho jeblého vtáka skurveného? Keď už ho mám do píče. Use kamera. Tohto zasraného vtáka. Aha, počkaj, ja tam musím dať exposure aj všetky do sračky. Aha. Takže. Čakaj, ale čo ja viem, čo je oný? Tak jebe ti. A to koľko? Fotograf jak vínko? Jebe na to, že čo som oný? Erik, ty kokot? Too dark? Jebe na to.
Si robte piču, ale keď vám dajú zbraň k hlave, budete plakať o život kokotí.
Čer, ja nemám to šancu, to čo je to za pičovi? Počúvaj, vyjebaní fotografovia, skurvení, to čo má byť? Out of focus. In focus, dobre. Ja to chápem, že je to potrebujem proste podľa nich, ale neviem, koľko nich chcú. Čiže kto sa v tom vyzná, že by ste too dark. Nemám to chat. Aha, počkaj. Už dobre, asi. Ukáž?
Excellent. I've taken the picture, now it's straight to the seller to print it.
Easy clap, chat.
Daddy recently became a general in the German army. He used to take pictures on the front lines, but now he gives me the materials to take photographs instead. Now that Martha is gone, only this camera can fix my ideas and my memories. I can't allow myself to forget.
Počkaj, kde by som našiel
Putin je gay.
As a child, when I spent those short years with the nanny, this
Siri,
was my
zakon na
room.
to
16 eur v piči, ale to je jedno, som mŕtvy o chvíľu.
Tebe jebe, nebudeš mŕtvy. Budeš úplne v klídku, bráško. Ver. Jak tu fakt cigaretky. Dobre, by sa mohol trošku aj rozbehnúť, ako je to také celkom pomaličké.
My dress. The one Martha wore when she was...
Utopená. Marta.
I'm already dressed.
OK. Díky za info. Mám klíček.
This is not the right key. I must get her key if I want to know what's inside her trinket box.
Čo ho to píše, ja neviem, on to by mať v tej zastranej izbe, čet. Kačka, píčoviny. Mapa. OK. Poďme tam. Klíček je na hrudi. Ja je on myslíš z tej hry. Hrudný kľúč a hľadali sme, čo to môže byť. A to bola česta. Jak ti jebe. Jak ti jebe mapa. OK. Trošku sem.
My bike. The wheel is deflated as usual. A bicycle pump will solve this.
Bicycle pump. Toto je open world shit? To je open world hra? Škoda, že máš špatne nastavené obec a nevidíme tú grafiku peknou. Tak to by som musel, aby si to vybralo krajšie, tak cez dual, vieš, vyriešiť jedine. Dobre, ukáž mi toto. Posúvam to z jednej strany na druhú, chat. Stále. Som tu. Ty môj kokot. Toto je extrémiček, chat.
I liked watching Nanny as she cooked. I always picked up loads of techniques. We are so lucky. In these difficult times, pantries are empty and people are going hungry. But with a German general for a father, food is never scarce. Lorenzini haberdashery. 5 meters of grey cotton fabric. 6 meters of white linen fabric. 4 meters of green satin. Delivered on June 5th, 1944. In the event of an issue, contact us on the number 6987. And this red fabric? It's not been mentioned. Could this also be one of Mummy's, or could the nanny have left it here?
Neviem, či to je vtipné, keď tam teraz umierajú ľudia kvôli Putinovej chorej hlave. Mám ťa rád, Restt, a myslím, že by si mal... Čo ďalej?
Tohle sú tomé diamanty.
Že by si mal podporiť Ukrajinu a nie
sa na unikátny
zdieľať
pohled Resta v
takéto
dob, keď ešte autá
typy.
nešoférovali samé a věci sa robili manuálne. Ako vidíme, neprežil by bez mamky ako klasický
Drž píču!
These could be of use to me.
S tými nožničkami môžeme niekoho zabodnúť, že keď bude treba.
Mummy's medicine. Will they do her any good?
Určite.
Fabric
Medicínka.
is not new to me, yet I do not think I've ever seen it in the house.
To čo tu je? Koľko krvi? Aha, to bude víno asi, že?
Our wine. Daddy is so proud of it.
Ukáž, ideme vyvolať tú fotku, chat. Toto bude rakovina.
Daddy set up his darkroom here. He doesn't take photos anymore because of his work, but photography is still his true passion. I'm allowed to use the darkroom when I want to.
Dobre, poďme. To bude ťažké ako kočec. To bude navždy. Vedeli by ste to niekto spraviť toto v skutočnosti? Vyvolať fotku z týchto píč starých?
Ty prachy.
Ako čet nič vzlom, ale mám rodinu bliko pri Užhorodi a není mi všetko jedno, preto tak píšem a bojím sa vy na západe ste v kľude šapem, ale čepte aj mna.
I can't develop the photo like this. I can't develop the photo like this. I can't develop the photo like this.
Naša prvá fotka, chat. Dobre, už môže ako začať byť trošku zaujímavé tá hra, lebo to okamžite vypnem do piče. Okrem jednej... Počkaj, čo teraz? Do zeleného, hej? Prosím. Boom!
Not a bad photograph.
Wow!
It seems that the camera works perfectly.
Nice.
Now I can take a self-timed photo for Martha's frame.
Ja nejdem si fotiť takéto píčoviny. Dajte mi, ja chcem hrať, kurva. Dobre, poďme do piče. Ja som horor. Drž piču, ticho. Ešte niečo možno sa tam udeje. Ja som vidieť duchov a lakať sa a niečo. Možno to je, ježiš.
On the day of Saint Alexis, the battle rages in the city tormented by Anglo-American
Ahoj láska, kedy si to začal hrať? Či sa mi to oplatí pozerať v krátkosti, o čom to je pusa?
Forcing the French to retreat to Piazza del Mercato. The situation is currently under control.
Neplač robiť niečo aj manuálne v živote, drž hubu, počkaj, vy ste toxičáci. O čom je tá hra? Bráško, moje meno je Julia. Toto je Marta. Našla som ju, ako je utopená desi v jazere, ale rodičia ju mali radšej, tak som si zobral jej identitu. Takže ja sa hrám na Martu, pričom Marta je mŕtva. Rozumieš? A ako Julia rozprávam príbeh mne ako hráčovi, takže to sú len spomienky, lebo to je 1940 čosi. Bráško, teraz neviem kúkať ani absolútne nič. Dobre, čo mám teda aj teraz? Night of Pain som ešte nehral. Počkaj, to môžem ísť úplne hoci kde, to je fakt, že open world úplný. Čo mám čo aj teraz, shit?
Chocolate.
Snus?
Privilege for few people in these times.
Zore z branče na scéne, to by som chcel, bráško. Hej, grafiku má krásnu. To prostredie je pekné, ale... Ako, dozvedieť sa, že čo robiť teraz a teda... Album, lock. Objective. Ukáž. Frame. Dobre. Bicycle. Dobre, to máme, toto máme. Tu mám fajočku, tu nemám. Takže musíme nájsť ony. Čiže musíme nájsť pumpičku na cicinu, na bicykel. To by asi v pivnici, že? Takéto sračky. Počkaj, tu je niečo?
Florence, July 15th, 1944. General Erich K. As per our prior agreement, we are sending you military encrypted communication material. The device must remain hidden and secret. Hail. Feld Mascarello, Carl H.
Čiže keby ste pumpa, kde sa schováte? Podľa v pivnici. A potom sa pojem pozrieť k jazeru a nájdem tam... Počkaj. A nájdem tam ducha nejakého, bo niečo tam dojebe.
I don't like wine all that much, but I go crazy for our dessert wine. It is very sweet.
Tripod? Neviem sa fotiť za samú seba, chodiť do piče, selfie pojebané. Ja nechcem robiť selfie, ja nenávidím, jak vypadám do piče.
The camera is set up with the self-timer.
Ach bože, self-timer, chat. Oh shit. Máme? OK, máme fotku. To čo znamená táto cítim, čo to znamená? OK, vyťahnuť film. Čo máš za sluchatka, prečo ich máš? Ja vám absolútne nerozumiem. Jaký máte problém kurva so sluchátkami? Do piče.
These workbenches fascinate me.
Nejaké
I would love to
HyperX.
learn carpentry. This is where Nanny's husband made my dolls.
Nie, to je zrovna verzia.
Puppets I used to play with were made here. I never knew that when I was a child. They always told me that a fairy brought them. I didn't really believe them, but it was nice to think that.
Kde do piče nájdem pumpu? Lol, Rusko práve napadlo Poľsko? Jebe ti. Vypadlo mi slúchadko z ucha. Nasím, že cez hlavu tie béry, len tieto mi prišli včera, tak ich skúšam, ale ako nič extra, brášku. 30 eček či koľko. Štuplíky. Dobre, musíme nájsť nejakú, možno tu bude. Pumpa? Nie.
They are so beautiful, but I can't say why, but they have always scared me.
Chodí aj fotku, určite na nej niečo bude. Počkaj, myslíte, že si pozriem, jak vypadám na tej fotke a že tam bude niečo na piču? Myslíš? Nejaký jumpscare? Ty kokot. Možno, čet. Ukáž?
It's always a thrill to develop a photo. You can't see anything at first, yet something invisible is captured on the black film. A kind of ghost. That invisible breath then returns to reveal the reality from which it was torn. There are those who say that photography steals the soul or captures it. That's why they used to photograph the dead. But nowadays, almost nobody does it anymore. Even if it's just a delusion, I want to photograph Martha. I want to have a small reflection of who she was with me. But I have to do it secretly, or they'll think I'm crazy.
Dobrá fotka, kurva. Dobre, tam nič nebude, ukáž? Teraz zistím, že mám za sebou ducha alebo niečo. Koľko vypadám celkom v pohode.
No one was ever able to tell us apart. But I never had the slightest doubt, and nor did Martha. It's strange how what identifies us most deeply is not visible to anyone.
Ja som ťa myslel, som kokot, sorač. Nedbames! Dík za tvoje top dono dnešného streamu. 22 eurové dona. Ďakujem ti veľmi pekne.
But suddenly, a thought took control. The memory of that day at the lake was becoming more and more like a dream when, after awakening, the image becomes more and more faded. Could it be that the memories were a figment of the mind? Had I been the one that hurt my sister? I had always envied her, and now I had taken her identity. I experienced a suffocating pattern of thoughts. I decided to go straight to the lake to retrieve the film rolls.
No.
They would tell a different story, I was sure. But deep down, I kept hoping they would confirm my fading memory.
A tak ty máš top do 64-44?
Of course the door is locked.
Čiže prosím vás nejaké
Please
veľké
don't hang
enko
on the
pre
lock as
net
usual,
bama.
then they will be in
Je
Daddy's
top D.
study.
Najväčšie vajca dnešného streamu. Jak
My
pomaranče.
parents are not going to let me
Vajca jak
get away
pomaranče.
anymore after Martha's death. So this is the right time. I need to know. The self-doubt I feel is eating me up.
Čiže chlapci, už je tu, už začína. Rolls. Same day, 11:30 PM. Počkaj. Pozrieme sa do bagu. To som nechcel, zrovna.
July 18th. Everything has changed.
Počkaj. Vydrž. Lighter. Objective. Takže toto máme, toto máme, toto máme. Počkaj, to ešte nemáme, ešte niečo. Toto ešte nemáme. Aha, ty kokot. Ja musím ísť otvoriť Martu, chat. Dobre, musíme nájsť kľúč. Okay. To piče. To mi fakt akože nechce ináč. To sa mi ako fakt, že nechce. Ticho? Ticho, tak teraz do pivnice isto nejdem.
It's dark and I can't turn on the lights. It's dangerous. I'll need a flash for the camera. I can look for it amongst Daddy's things in the room below his bedroom.
Ty kokot, to je kde? Počkaj, to mám ísť dole? Viem, že má on spálňu, ty kokot. Do piče! Musíme ísť dole. Počúvaj, ty si blázen. Počúvaj, ver mi, že budeš v kľude, nemusíš rozdávať peniaze len kvôli tomu, že si blízko Ukrajiny. Budú sa ti vedieť, starec. A ďakujem ti. Ešte?
A tripod is necessary to take photos with long exposures.
Dobre. Či nerobím stream pre Ukrajinu? Nie. Ale keď im chceš niečo poslať, tak myslím, že ako nájdeš nejaké možnosti, jak im to poslať. Bezo mňa. Dobre, ako mám ísť akože... Čo to je, kurva? Oči?
A lens and a roll of infrared film. They can photograph what the naked eye cannot see.
Takže...
I have found what I need to take infrared photos.
Tu je ešte čosi. Dobre, ešte potrebujem to, aby som spravil tú fotku, ešte potrebujem zobrať nejaký... Čo? Ešte niečo som mal nájsť, neviem čo. Pod tou tatkovou študovňou, nejaké svetlíčko. Len kurva, ja neviem, kde on spí, ten pičus. Kde by som to našiel, Lukáš? Nič. To sa nedá otvoriť. Nič.
Ja som v Nemecku, len rodinu mám pri Užhorodi a 22 mám na hodinu, tak pohode užívaj penaze.
Koľko? 22 na hodinu?
Na kavu.
Tebe jebe 22 na hodinu, to je v kľude, to neviem, či ako neviem za tebou. Čo tam robíš? Dobre, to by bolo, už to vypínam. 2 erory som dostal po sebe, tá radička. Neviem, či to si všimli, ale 2 eroričky. Bolo to príjemné. Zrovna teraz by to začalo byť zaujímavé, aby sme pustiť znovu chat. Podľa mňa zrovna teraz by sa niečo stalo. Ty máš 100 eur na hodinu, ty bagaňa, jebe ti. Čiže to bude teraz zaujímavé zrovna chat. Bude či nebude? Možno bude, že? Podľa mňa bude. Mali by na tomu ešte pol hodinku aspoň. Lebo nevypadá úplne, že najhoršie, len to také pomaličké, vieš? Dáme tomu ešte jeden čas. Šancu. Ukáž. Nezapínaj to už? Ej, dáme tomu ešte jednu šancu, kamoška. Ja si myslím, že ono sa to akože... Skúsim to pustiť ešte raz, v rýchlosti.
Resto, mal by si dať rerun tohto.
Vôbec neviem, že to niekoho nebaví. Verím tomu, že pár ľudí je zvedavých, že o čom by to bolo a tak. Viem, že to nie je pre väčšinu, ale nič nie je pre väčšinu, rozumieš?
Elektrikár.
No tak tam by ma vyhodili, kamoško. Tak tam by ma vyjebali do piče hneď. Nie pre každého je GTAčko, rozumieš? Ukáž, poďme to pozrieť. Skúsme ju ešte odfotiť. Skúsime ešte odfotiť, že čo sa tam vlastne udeje. A či tam niečo udeje. Right, Shadow Legends teraz, nehral som dlho teraz. Dobre, čo teraz? Sme skončili chat? Čo mám pri sebe? Lighter. Toto nechcem počuť. Stop. Rizgo, choď do piče, prosím ťa, fakt. Zlomím nos už. Dobre, vydrž. Pozrieme mapu. Objective, ukáž mi to. Takže foto na túto štetku potrebujeme na Martu. Aha, ja budem musieť ísť na one, k tomu jazeru už. Počkaj, čo keby som... Počkaj, tam nebudem musieť ísť ale v noci, to v noci k jazeru neviem isto. Dobre, kde by sme...
It's dark and I can't turn on the lights. It's dangerous.
Flash for the camera.
I'll need a flash for the camera. I can look for it amongst
Užívaj
Daddy's
love,
things in the
si
room
good
below his
streamer,
bedroom.
inak by som ti toľko neposlal, len som opitý good luck a snad ťa dakedy stretnem.
Below his bedroom, chat. Ale ak to je pod ňou, tak to nemôže byť hore na poschodí. Možno tá piča nie je po anglicky, iba to zle povedala, alebo je to fakt hore niekde. Lebo to nie je nikde, chápeš? Ej, ďakujem ti, bráško, 92 ječek si pána. Ukáž, idem to pozrieť. Počkaj. Možno oni spávajú hore, chat. Mapa?
Daddy's stuff. War maps. I've heard everything will play out on this new defensive line.
To je ono? Toto je flasher?
Here's the camera flash. Now I can photograph Martha even in the dark.
Čo je kľúč? Od mojej izby, ktorú zamkli. Lebo si myslia, že... Ty môj kokot. Dobre, sem pojeme potom, chat. Sem pojeme potom, ideme ešte dole. No ukáž. Ty hodíme jelový duchov, chat. nekladú mu tam mŕtvolu ináč, jebe im na hlavu? Too dark. Takže. Čiže ja neviem, či mám dať fokus. Autofokus. Nekonečno.
GN.
Počúva, to je to zložitejšie ako ho teraz, lebo nevím nič teraz pred sebou, chápeš? Chat, exposure, čím je toto číslo menšie, tým je to svetlejšie, či opačne? Too dark. F3,5 je koľko? 14? Je too dark tiež. Je to blečie. To nepomôže, keď je tma. F musí byť najmenej. Dobre, F je najmenej, dobre. A toto? Menšie exposure musím dať, Už tam čo si vidím aspoň, Už tam aspoň čo si vidím. Dobre. Focus, out of focus. Ja by som to...
Vohu.
Počkaj, možno musím ísť viac ďalej, chat, podľa mňa. Možno musím ísť viac ďalej, chat. Možno zle. Možno musím ísť odtiaľto. Zapni blesk, kokot a jak? No jasne, to bude ono, chat. Too distant, jebe ti, out of focus. Choď do piče. Čiže ja to môžem zoomnúť, nie? Nemusím ho tam nasadiť, nemám ho. Ono sa mi tak funguje tá kamera, že keď kliknem, tak ono to blikne, flashne. Ale musím dať nejako, že akože bližšie. Ok, beriem späť. Out of focus. A že som moc ďaleko, nedá sa nejako zoomnúť? Počkaj. Dobre, soráč, beriem späť. To ma fakt nenapadlo, akože to musíš, aký som to pred chvíľou zobral zo zeme. Dobre, máme to, ticho? Teraz ticho. Dáme tam asi aj s tou zbraňou. Dobre.
Dan, it would be nice to have you always by my side, even if it's just a picture.
Ok, čiže toto je ono. Dúfajme, že teraz to bude niečo nevyskočí, ty kokot. Ale nedbám, ďakujem ti dobronosť. Ďalší 22 eur, ty si pán. Ďakujem, bráško, dobre sa vyspí. Not even 150. Jaká pusy, že? Dobre, túto. S tou sedačkou asi, že? Takto, že? Takto? S tou sedačkou. To bude nepríjemná fotka s tou sedačkou. A s tým pianom. Že? A budem takto celú a mám píči.
A photograph is both the present and the past, like a dead body. I don't know what I'm expecting. Maybe it's silly to think you can capture the soul of someone who has died.
Päť, 4, 3, 2, 1, duch! Nič?
Her face can no longer tell me if what happened was my fault. I should have known that already. All I can do is head to the lake and get those rolls.
OK. Takže ideme k lejku. Ideme k jazeru. A jak sa už tam nič nestane, tak to vypnem do piče.
A lens and a roll of infrared film. They can photograph what the naked eye cannot see.
No musíme nájsť pumpu, no. Som sa dozvedel, že chodíš do školky venčiť deti. Chodím, bráčko, non-stop. Dobre, skúsime ísť ešte raz hore, chat, tomu tatkovi do izby. Čo tam bol za zvuk? Možno tam bude... tá pumpa. Nič.
I shouldn't risk it really, but I love watching them sleep. It's the only time they are together and not fighting.
Ja som myslel, že sú tí kohotiny doma. Chápeš? Ja tu pobehujem jak dement. Kde bude pumpa? V garáži? Že ma to nenapadlo, kurva. Rdobrdsdielových pebňatóri sa ďakujem ti. Takže hlavné dvere, kľúč máme, chat, kľúč máme. Svítilna. Čo to je? Ty kokot. Ešte? Restt, dneska som šiel... Kámoš, Ok, daj mi pokoj. Vo fulle to padá? Však uvidíme. Začal to drží. Ako, když to budeš na bicykl, lebo potom si by som na to pekne rozsekal niekde. Čiže ale kurva. Kde je mapa? Takže ja musím ísť teraz... Kde tu je jazero, Jet? Kde tu je jazero? Aha. Tak tebe jebe na hlavu. To mám ísť v noci do jazera tak ďaleko? Safe.
I love the night, but this night scares me. In the dark, I can feel all the harm I've caused. It's getting closer with each step. I feel it brushing up against me like a cold wind. I hurt Martha. The closer I get to the lake, the more certain I am of this. How could it not be? I killed her to steal the love that everyone felt for her but didn't feel for me. How could I have done such a thing?
Pozwólcie mnie czyć.
German soldiers. Daddy ordered patrols to be carried out near the house, but how could they have lost a helmet? God only knows.
To infra čosi, tak nemám na to tripod. To bude asi až tam pri tom jazere. Bububu. Bububu, ty píčo malá. Trošku späť. Trošku späť.
Oh no! Damn lamp!
Nie,
Luckily I
teraz.
still have my lighter with me.
Ha! Ty kokot!
Ahoj pán veľkomožný, tak som tu zase po mesiaci, vidíme sa zase o mesiac.
Cameras are somewhere
Rád
around
som
here.
ta zase videl ty had.
Fogy, čau, bráško, 30 mesiacov zakončí.
A shred of fabric here in the woods. How strange. Let's take a photo of the 2 cameras left.
Dobre, out of focus. Takže väčší fokus. Jak funguje ten vyjebaný focus shot? Nakoniec je to tak, že ju zabila a vydáva sa za ňu, lebo jej robila predtým hroty a bola by hneď podozrivá, myslíš? Možno. A infokus na dvojke, dobre.
How could it have ended up here? It looks familiar.
Čo to je za piču, že vôbec je v takejto... Počkaj. Prečo by im kurva o 10 večer monster? Jebli som?
That's it. I've got them all. These films are going to help me understand what happened. Now I should rush home to develop them.
Aha, takže teraz... Hej, tu sme mali fotopasce. Ty piješ vlastné spermie, je to chutné a obsahuje to bielkoviny? Čiže vidíte, ja som to hovoril, že to nie je také zlé. Jebe? Bež! Prečo sa píša furt na mňa? To je nechutné. Prečo má sánku do strany jak Sylvester Stallone? Fuj. Preto sa musíme dať upáliť, aby nás nezežrali červíci. Fuj, kurva! Čo je? Fuj, ty kokot! Pomoc. Plávaj. Som piči, zdochnem. Fuj, čo bolo?
Oh, yet another
Bože,
nightmare.
prečo som došťaná?
She entered my dreams once more. Maybe she wants to talk to me.
Môže som jej došťaná?
What am I saying? Fairy
Trvá sa.
tales coming true. Yet I feel... No, these are the thoughts of a crazy person, and I'm not crazy.
Oh shit. Blood. To musí byť stresujúce, keď to prvýkrát baba dostane, že?
Damn it, what's all this blood? I'm not due yet, and there's a lot more than usual. What's happening to me? Am I going to be joining Martha sooner than I thought? I have to wash up and do what needs to be done. If I'm sick, I have little time. The truth awaits me. It must be hidden within those rolls.
The Woods. The Woods! Preto je kurva naopak.
What am I thinking? I would stain my clothes with blood.
To sa v tomto nebudem umývať, či? Ukáž, jak to funguje?
That's better. But I still don't understand all of that blood. That's never happened to me before. But I'm not going to tell my doctor. Otherwise he'll make me stay in bed and rest. This dress is only for special occasions.
Omočram bambus? Ja sa kraj nebojím, chlapci, vy možno hej, ale ja som v pohode. Chcelo by to asi akože uprať tú plachtu, či? Počkaj, uvidíme čo.
It's very rude, but I could pick up the phone and listen to their conversation.
Chcel by som. Ale jak? Kde tu kurva telefon?
How are you doing today, Rennie?
I'm worried, Father. Very worried. We found more partisan tracks in the woods, right next to the house. That Lapo, I suspect he may be involved in the death of...
No, please don't say that. It's not possible. I know the boy and I don't...
Father, anything is possible in these dark times. Anything. That boy didn't even come to say goodbye to Julia. Didn't they love each other dearly?
He must be terribly scared, and Julia always used to say that.
Yeah, sure, she used to say they were just friends, but you know too, right? Friends are not supposed to do such things, Father. Or are they? But anyway, you're defending them both. You, my husband, and even the nanny who, deep down, is a good woman.
The nanny. I believe the nanny is the one who hurt Julia. With her evil passion for those cards, they are cursed things. I hope you made them disappear.
Of course. I keep them safe in my room. Anyway, you must forgive me, Father. I have to go. They've come to pick me up. Have a good day.
You too.
Lapo's involved in Martha's death. My mother is losing her mind again. How could anyone even imagine such nonsense? And Don Attilio, he is a great friend, but what a weird view. Those cards are just a game, but most importantly, they're mine. Why on earth did they take them from me?
Slováci, až k nám budete utíkat, nezapomeňte se naučit měsíce a poněvadž nebo nýbrž. Klacik. Ako z historických našich spomienok, alebo jak to povedať, vieme, že vy sa maximálne tak zamknete a ujdete. Tam akože neviem, či môžeme od vás očakávať pomoc. Vy len z diaľky pozorovať. Po pravde. Co to meleš? Brno už je slovenské dávno. Prečo tam je vykričníček, keď už som dobral toto?
The superior commander of the German Federal Armed Forces announces 1. Whoever is in possession of weapons or explosives not reported to the German headquarters will be shot. 2. Whoever harbors bandits and or protects them and provides them with clothing and or weapons will be shot. 3. Whoever is aware of the existence of any rebel groups or even lone rebels without reporting them will be shot.
Shot, shot, shot. Aha. Ukáž? Ona je stále tu? Čet, to vysvetli mi, koľko tu bude. Že to ona začne hniť zaživa už. Pumpička. Konečne.
Here's the bicycle pump.
Nice.
Riding bikes around here is beautiful. These are Mummy and Daddy's bikes though. Mine is outside.
Ruská vláda označila Česko a USA za nepriateľské krajiny. Čo ti jebe? Fakt? Počkaj, prečo sa smejeme, keď vlastne keby chceli ísť do Čech, to musia ísť cez nás. Vy kokotej skurvení! Zas ten vás český blázen musel navyprávať píčoviny. Nevadí, to vadí. Počkaj, ja mám idem vyťahnuť tie fotky, či nejdem? Máme tam nejakú fotku, či nemáme? Ukáž. Was that?
I have to be careful and keep the volume down as I listen. I must go unnoticed. I am meant to be deaf after all.
Ready? Julia? You ready?
Sure, Daddy. I'm good to start.
I've already started recording.
Oh, no, my voice will sound awful.
No way, come on. Didn't you want to study singing anyway?
No, I was young and stupid when I said that.
Okay. Ready?
Go.
Oh, how nice. It's the rehearsal for last week's concert. I never heard the recording. But I was right, my voice is awful. Cannot be called singing. Anyway, it's time I develop these film roles.
Čo sú tie fotopasce, ktoré sme nazbierali v noci.
I wish I could just stop time.
Tam uvidíme, čo sa stalo.
These images could change everything. I cannot bear the fact that I may have hurt Martha. I would rather die. Damn my head and these memory lapses. It's such a pain not remembering. It's like getting lost inside yourself.
Počkaj. Oh. Počkaj. To si mám? Oho. Ale tam nič není, ty kokot. Podľa mňa musím developnúť túto hlavne, a to vypadá dobre. Out of focus. Někdo se mi jde. Ukáž, možná že niečo bude extrémne. Preto Space On.
I'm carrying Martha to shore. I'm trying to save her. My memories, although fuzzy, do match reality. I feel a little better. Now I can find out who really hurt Martha. Maybe I should meet with the White Lady. She might be
Pozri
able
to
to tell
prosím
me something.
10 SEK
Is
UND,
this
to má
crazy
odpoveď
talk?
na všetko.
Yes,
Nie, to raz
definitely.
skoč.
But what's normal about any of this? Maybe
Odpoveď
you
na
have to be
všetko.
a little
10
crazy
sekúnd,
to get
100%.
anything done.
Proste 10 sekundová odpoveď na všetko, že to bude taká stupidita. Počkaj, čo je toto?
There are 3 baths when developing photos. The development bath, then the first rinse, and then the fixing bath. The second rinse is done directly in the sink afterwards.
Mám vyťahnuť aj ďalšiu vec, či nemám? Objective. Ukáž. Bicycle, toto dobre, musíme spraviť. Tarotové karty musíme nájsť. A zase musím ísť k jazeru. Spirit of the White Lady. Lives in the lake. Nanny always told me her story before going to sleep. Počkaj, ja idem nájsť doma aj ducha? Jebe im na hlavu? Doma je hľadať ducha? Mám vyvolať ostatné? Podľa nemusím. Dobre, chcel by to teraz nájsť ten bicykel, kde mám zalepiť tú gumu a ísť... Počkaj, tarotové karty. Kde budú do piči tarotové karty, chat? Akože atmosféra tu je dobrá, len... Či ja vím, Karle? Som dúfal, že to bude také viac, že príšerné.
During deep winter, I would go to
príšerné.
sleep snuggled by the fire and Nanny would get angry. Do you want to turn into a piece of charcoal, Julia?
Following the dramatic news from the countryside, Archbishop Toccarelli will protest with the French in the city for the raping being committed by invading troops. New ordinance for the safety of citizens. From this moment on, it is forbidden for anyone to leave their homes and walk the streets of San Cassiano. All windows, including cellars, house entrances and doorways, must remain closed night and day. The population are advised to stay in their cellars, or, where these do not exist, churches and other large buildings. The patrols of German armed forces have orders to shoot at people who are on the street, or who are found looking out of their windows. I shall repeat for clarity. New ordinance for the safety of citizens. From this moment on, it is forbidden for anyone to leave their homes and walk the streets of San Cassiano. All windows, including cellars, house entrances and doorways, must remain closed night and day. The population are advised to stay in their cellars, or where these do not exist, churches and other large buildings. The patrols of German armed forces have orders
Dear Mother.
at people who are on the street.
Dear Mother, this is hard, but I have something to tell you. I found out that Julia is pregnant. Go to the lake tomorrow morning at 7 and watch her as she bathes. You'll see that her tummy is growing. Martha. What? I'm not pregnant. Why is everything becoming even more confusing? I'm searching for an explanation, but instead I'm left with more questions.
Kto ma nabúchal, chat? Kto ma do piči nabúchal? Počkaj, to bolo vlastne predtým. Počkaj, to bolo vlastne predtým, ja som kokot.
Nanny and I always used to play with them. She would predict my future and I pretended to predict hers.
Čo to sme videli v tej spomienke, chat.
Maybe when she read them, she saw my true future, which she hid from me. Or more likely, these cards are actually just a stupid game to reassure and deceive oneself with. But deceiving oneself is sometimes necessary. How can we live happily otherwise?
Teraz som v piči. Tento dopis bol napísaný predtým, jak zomrela. Pretože Marta, ktorá zomrela, oni si myslia, že to bola Julia, ale bola to Marta, tak ona bola tehotná. Lebo v tej spomienke sme videli, alebo čo to bolo, v tej haluzi, v tej nočnej mori, mala v bruchu nejakého haranta.
Romola, 15th of July 1944. Dear Mrs. Irene, I'm writing to let you know that all is well here at the villa. Thank you for being so considerate and caring. I apologize for the simplicity of the housing you were forced to live in. I also locked the room where the little one used to stay as requested. I've left you the key. It is the one with the pink keyring. Try to stay safe. Best regards, Nanny. Why on earth did Mummy have that door locked? It was my room. What is she trying to hide?
Ooh. My
There are
happy
more
room.
and more weapons around, and everyone is scared after what happened. Pervitin again. I feel like
Pervitin?
these do nothing other than agitate her.
Čo ti, ja vlastne to aj, či to bola normálna akože druhá, aj po... Tak tebe jebe, normálne to, že Pervitin. To normálne predávalo v lekárniach napríklad proti bolesti a babám po pôrode a tak, že? To sa dávalo aj tak všade. Kiev padol? Už? To bola rýchlovka. Takže po všetkom, GG. Pervitin. Nemci s tým prišli? To čo bol za zvuk?
This is Mummy's jewelry. She wears them every
Škoda,
day.
že... Nie, že
Even
škoda,
though
ale...
Daddy says it's impractical and dangerous to show signs of wealth these days. As usual, she doesn't want to listen to reason and ends up arguing with Daddy until he goes to play war, as she says.
War. Nie, ďalšie fotky nemám ísť, Rom, mám ísť k tej, mám ísť za tým duchom, k tomu jazeru a že ona mi povie, čo sa stalo. Ptáčky. Dívaj sa, sleduj to. Objektív, lebo to už máme všetko, dívaj sa. Wild Lady, sa musíme ísť. Máme karty a ideme teraz k jazeru. I found this note among these things, Marta handwriting, but it doesn't make any sense. Dear mother. Dobre, musíme nájsť kľúče do tej našej izby. Dobre, čo skôr? Ideme najskôr do izby, ktorú už zamkli, neviem z akého dôvodu, alebo ideme najskôr k jazeru. Kde tá kurva musela, kde tá štietka mohla... Počkaj. Fuj, kurva.
I'm already dressed.
Dali do Dubnice ešte fenoména? Čo to znamená? Môžeš sa naučiť normálne vyprávať jak človek? Vraj idú do Dubnice ešte fenoména. Čo to
I
kurva je?
still like to have the books and games from when I was little with me.
Kúkni na Live Fox ide briefing a čo budú chalani. Určite to nebudem kúkať na Twitchi. Keď dostaneš ban normálne za to, že tam ukážeš tank, chápeš? Vy ste blázničec. Musíte pochopiť, že nie všetko je bezpečné pre Twitch. Možno keby som žena, nepoviem ani slovo, ale nie som žena, kurva. Pumpička? Redikoval mŕtvoly na streamu. To je síce pekné, ja som ukázal egový videoklip. A dostal som ban, takže ja to neviem riskovať absolútne. Absolútne. No keďže máme bike, môžeme ísť bicyklom. A môžeme ísť... Tu ich zjebem. Počkej, tu kam idem? Nechcem ísť preč asi. Šláp, kurva! Tady to mám ísť doprava, že? Počkej, čo? Tyž, to je píčovina. Ona to neprejde tam mŕtka, chápeš? Takže tam musím ísť peši. Počkaj, možno môžem ísť tajto. Druhou stranou možno môžem ísť. Do lolečko pôjdeme. Možno máme aj CS-ko. Zle idem. Môžem sa otočiť. Dúfam, že tu nepadnem. Dobre. Ukáž. Teraz doprava. Šlap. Ty kokot. Uf. Kam ide teraz? Rovno. Piči, než jebnem. Teraz to tak rozmakám. Do kopca, poj. Teraz kam? Doľava, doprava, doľava.
I can't ride here. Better walk on foot.
Jeb na to, ja chcem ísť kurva bicyklom. To nie je RP, nemusíš vzdýchať. Čo je? To sú nejaké schodíky, čet. Do tmy. Schody do tmy. To idem asi z pečí. Nemôžem pridať táto. Hej, tá grafika to je pekná, ako o tom potom. Vieš, ak to vypadá pekne. Koní to Red Dead Redemption samozrejme, ale na to, že dostalo 20, tak to vypadá pekne. Ale dúfal som, že to bude akčnejšie. Uvidíme ešte toho ducha, čo teraz tam povie, že sa či to zvrtne alebo nezvrtne. Keby nie, tak to vypínam do piče, na niečo iné. Lebo jak to má byť takéto tempo 6 hodinče, tak to neexistuje, aby som to hral. Nulová šanca. Možno na 2 streamy, keby sme to rozdelili, ale po polnoci už je tu Elden Ring, takže... Kokot pojebaný, to bolo čo?
Just doing. It's dangerous, I know, but I want to follow them and see what's happening.
Verdammt!
Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao.
Oh God, please no. Lapo, my dear friend. What have they done to you?
Ciao, ciao.
handkerchief was the symbol of what you believed in. At least that is left of you.
To je bez tým monsterom už. Na dnešnú tematiku by si mohol zahrať World of Tanks.
Dear Julia,
To by som mal.
are you surprised that I've addressed this to you and don't think you're dead? Everyone calls you Martha now, right? I know you too well. I can never understand why no one else can ever tell you apart. Not even your own mother and father. Martha is gone and I cannot reconcile myself.
Jebe ti. Počkaj, ja som kokot. Ja som si myslel...
Mädchen erschossen, du Idiot. Scheiße, scheiße, scheiße. Was machen wir jetzt?
Sieh
mal, was sie um ihren Hals hat. Sie ist eine von ihnen. Es musste getan werden. Sie ist die Tochter von General Erich K., du verdammter Trottel. Sie war die Freundin von diesem armen Kerl. Oh, verdammt, jetzt sind wir wirklich am Arsch. Scheiße, lass uns abhauen. Aber sie lebt noch. Sie liegt im Sterben. Siehst du, wo du sie getroffen hast? Sie ist bestimmt schon tot. Wir müssen jetzt abhauen, sonst sind wir auch bald tot.
Čiže ja som bol v tom, že tí vojaci boli len vidiny moje, v hlave nejaké. Až potom ma napadlo, že vlastne to je v 40 roku. Ty kokot.
I'm dying, I thought. But strangely enough, I wasn't afraid. In fact, I was almost relieved. When I returned, I found myself once again in the midst of a bad dream. One whose meaning I did not understand at the time.
Ale len bok sme prešli, hej. To bolo dosť dobré. Marta! I give you back what I have. Nie. Marta. I give you back your soul. Destiny.
I give you
Easily.
I give you back. I give you back. I give you back. I give you back. I give you back.
Now I see through your hair. Now I see with my eyes.
Two sisters were destined to die. Julia, the first sister, and Martha, the second. On Julia's day of departing, identical twins stood before me, impossible to tell apart. They questioned my presence, since they were still so young. Julia must come with me, I demanded. But they both claimed to be Martha. I explained that Martha's fate was soon to be the same, and their games were useless. I didn't have time for it. The war was keeping me busy. But they didn't concede, and instead kept insisting. Can we follow you together? No, impossible. Are you sure Martha will die too? Nothing is certain in wartime. What if the wrong person went with you? Then you would have cheated death. One would die unjustly, and the other would simply be delaying her fate. They discussed amongst themselves, then hugged before one of them came forward. She stared in a determined, almost threatening manner. I guessed it was Martha sacrificing herself, giving more time to her sister. But I stayed silent, not to reveal their failed deception. No one lies to the face of their own death. So I asked how their choice was reached. We drew lots by throwing a medallion, she said quietly. They had trusted in fate. Oh, how naive they were. They knew fate plays by its own rules, which is true, but it is also my ally. Fate never would have allowed the wrong girl to follow me. In that case, my work was done. She must have been Julia. However, little to my knowledge at the time, that blasted medallion had the same name engraved on both sides. Martha's. So, my first assumption was correct. They were too damn smart, and had fooled both fate and me. One thing is for sure. I'll put things back where they belong. I will correct my ignorance and give fate back its blindfold.
Nemáme hrát příběhovky na tomto streamu, čo si zajebal? Jak si to ty kokotko myslel?
Damn, this hurts so bad.
Ona to prežila? Oh shit, že my jsme to prežili. My jsme prežili, já jsem jak 50 Cent. Burial. 4 days after Martha's death. 9:15 ráno. Myslíte si, čo chcete? Ja mám buknutú letenku a letím za pár hodín preč. A kam kurva letíš?
The ceremony is today, so I need a suitable dress.
Čo prežila? Strelili ma vojaci.
I would like to spend a moment with my sister. Just me and her alone. No, my bag is not here. My diary. Lapo's letter.
Počkaj, file, ako to je, my sa ideme rozlučiť vlastne s ňou, že to je posledná kapitola už.
How is my daughter? Please, doctor. Please give me good news.
It's a miracle she's alive, Eric, but she will be all right.
Keby Dying Light, cháni, teraz bude po polnoci a zajtra a v nasledujúce dní budeme hrať určite Elden Ring, chcem spraviť nejaký popičí build a prejsť tú hru, vyjebať tam bossov, preskúmať ten svet, to chcem isto spraviť nasledujúce dni. A potom možno dáme ten Dying Light alebo niečo, ale teraz ne. Zajtra spravím taký build, ty kokot.
Right by her heart and exited her chest. Unbelievably, it missed her lungs, spine and heart. She could have been paralyzed or died. But thankfully, she's fine. I examined her thoroughly. She didn't even lose that much blood. She was lucky. And you were lucky, so to speak.
She was lucky that my wife went for a walk in the woods. Otherwise,
she would have bled to death, yes.
I don't know what to say. All of this It's too much. So much death and suffering. Nothing more.
Don't worry, Erik. She's young, so she'll recover quickly. I'll be here all day anyway.
Co robíš? Pičus!
Do you mind coming with me to pick my wife up from the cemetery? The funeral will start soon in the chapel.
Of course not. Lead the way.
You know, with all of these preparations for the funeral, Irina
To ste videli? Kmedia tvojich 14 mesiacov?
Restinko bambinko, ty si môj zachránca, môj kvietok, môj život, keby si bol bledší, podobal by si sa na Putina.
Je tvojich 14 mesiacov? Next Riffy 13, ďakujem, Branislav 57, Marcel Díkez, pozrieme to. Čau, Vítos. 40 Prime, Fogy 39, ďakujem pekne. Savage Eddie
27 jak Nick Bráško Restl, teším sa na tvojí hrívu, až ti zasadí ty semena do hlavy Restl.
Teraz sme sa tom práve bavili a že mi to zasadí, mne to bude rásť, do 2 týždňov mi to celé vypadne a potom mi to začne rásť až za niekoľko mesiacov. Takže ja budem vypadať úplne rovnako ešte rok.
Now it is the life of her sister, Martha, that is in danger. The blow from the gunshot in her back could have killed her. It is only by the grace of God that the girl is alive. The anti-fascist political motive appears to be the only reason behind the cowardly act. The New Zealand troops are advancing slowly. After the Battle of Porgy Ponce, on the 18th, they are still far from the Tavernelli Val di Pisa. The German resistance on the Tuscan hills has been exhausting for the invaders.
Invaders. Ak to prečítaš, dám sap. Petersne. Čekám na tvůj sap, vole. Kolik to vyšlo cena na stradové vlasy? Ale neviem, koľko ešte bude stať. Okolo, neviem. Nechcem vopred hovoriť. Neviem. 3, 4, 5, čo ja mám. Kto ví?
Nets for catching butterflies, poor creatures.
Poor
I had
creatures.
so much fun with them.
Ok, jak sa dostanem preč? A potom ísť na vecko, že musím ísť vyššie a zobrať si nejaké jedlíčko.
Looks like Mother has been here all night with me. Or rather, with Martha. She even left her medication behind.
Na frontu ťa aj tak ostrihajú. Počujete, toľko vecí ešte. Musíme nájsť dopis, musíme nájsť oný, bag môj a say goodbye to your sister. A musíme nájsť oné, kľúče ešte. Stále tu nemám kľúč od tej izby mojej. Takže, batoh. Batoh tu není. Tu nič, tu nič. Tu nič, možno hore. Nič, jebem. Nie, to ako nič, ako... Za 20, ako, vieš, nenasere to nejako.
There's my bag.
Á, tu je.
Už pol rok normálne grcam.
Kroko, ďakujem veľmi pekne.
Let's hope Lapo's letter is in there.
Ukáž tam napísal, ten blázen. Dear Julia.
Are you surprised that I've addressed this to you and don't think you're dead? Everyone calls you Martha now, right? I know you too well. I can never understand why no one else can ever tell you apart. Not even your own mother and father. Martha is gone, and I cannot reconcile myself to that fact. I have to stay hidden, and sadly I can't run to you. Even if I would love nothing more than to hold you tight and cry together. No words. I just want to be close to you. Can we meet in the barn tonight? I will try my best to be there around midnight. Don't be alarmed, but if things get ugly, please remember this number.
6934. 6934.
He was in serious danger, but what about the letter? I had it in my hand when the soldiers ran off. Mummy found me, and if she's read it, Well, she hates Lapo, and now she must know who I am. No, she probably would have left me there to die. She'd rather have no daughter than the wrong one. Before I passed out, I must have put it back in my bag. There is no other explanation.
Kto vie, alebo mi nejaký duch dopomohol. Dio pri smrteľníka bežného, ako hovorím, ono to stojí podľa, nie je tam daná suma, to je podľa štepov. Dajme tomu jeden štep stojí možno 1,72 €, ak potrebuješ, dáme tomu 1000 štepov, niekto 2000, niekto 3000, vieš, to je také, že individuálne. Vieš? To je čo? Shuffle. Ryba! Nie, sun. Emperor.
There is darkness that brings uncertainty, but there will be a guide.
Ďakujem, Restt sheep.
Something that can teach me something.
Only one day per day, okay. Svíto si tu, alebo nie si tu? Aha, dobre, nové noviny čet? To je denník.
Attempted murder in La Romola. After the murder of
Či ideme hrať, alebo nejdeme? Či mám
today
pokračovať v
her
tomto, alebo
twin
ideme niečo
sister
jebnúť?
is the victim of another attempted murder. The condition of the young girl found by the German troops is
Už
no
55
cause for
mesiacov podporujem toto nacistického antivaxerského plešatého zlobra. Verím, že si za tento sub kúpiš Spotify, aby si mohol počúvať Roganové vtipné okienko hoaxov.
Drž hubu, počúvam teraz
Čau a
noviny.
pekný deň, LULE.
Best to stay quiet.
Dobrý čas si vybral, ty
No
jebek
one ever
jebli.
believes the truth.
Dobre, spravíme ešte tú rozlúčku s ňou a
I
uvidíme,
should
čo
pick
tam
up the
bude.
phone but remain silent. If I let the caller speak first, I'll find out who it is.
Ona je celkom múdra.
Hello? Mum? Can you hear me? Is there somebody there? Mr. Eric?
It's the nanny. I can confide in her. Nanny? Hello, it's me.
What? Hello? Oh my lord. I must be dreaming or something.
No, Nanny, you're not dreaming. It's really me, it's Julia.
Oh my god. Julia, my little sparrow. How wonderful. Sorry, but I thought you were dead. I saw you lying there dead. This brings me so much joy that... Actually, you must explain to me, my little sparrow. What is happening?
Little Sparrow.
I told Nanny everything that had happened. She was sad for Martha, of course, but very happy at the same time. I was the one she had a special bond with. I explained to her that I wanted to try and meet the White Lady, even if I knew it was a silly idea. But she didn't think I was a fool. Quite the opposite. She explained to me what I should do in an attempt to meet her. It was complicated. I noted everything down carefully in my diary. Who knows, maybe she did it only to keep me occupied, while deciding what to do with me and who to warn. I won't ever know, though, because that very same day, a bomb struck the villa and she died. They all died. We should have been in that house ourselves, but instead, poor Nanny.
Čo keď? Tá, čo nám rozpráva príbeh, je v skutočnosti Marta a iba nás ojebáva celý čas. Že to bolo opačne. To by bolo aké, chat? To by bolo aké? Ok, už môžeme volať, chat?
Martha was taken to the chapel for her funeral. I want to say goodbye to her alone before everyone arrives.
To je Marta? Čiže moja segra, ktorá zomrela do piče. Díky, bráško. Že v stodole niečo. To bolo presne ako keď sa zistilo, že prod nie je mimozemšťan z Capaxu. Počkaj. Povedz mi, kde sa to vo filme zistilo, že nebol mimozemšťan. Tebe jebe. Jasné, že bol.
Poor little one. He's dead. Poor little guy. His place is by Martha's side.
Krk. Čo to hráš tiebek? Takú nutku, ale je to zaujímavé. Také uťahné, urozprávané, taký príbežiček. Nemám Elden Ring do piče, chápeš?
Nanny always calls me Little Sparrow. This is the part of me that died with Martha. It'll be safe next to her.
Chúďa. Mne sa toto isté stalo s takýmto vtáčikom, keď som išiel do sprchy alebo niečo ráno cez leto a mali sme otvorené do Korán a takýto pekný vtáčik vletel donútra a mačka ho chytala. Tak som chytil tú mačku, jebol som mu do piče, že či jej nejebe na hlavu a ten vtáčik sa proste bál, tak uletel a ten kokot vletel do zrkadla, jebol na zem a ja som ho chytil a on zomrel v rukách. Iba s obáčikom dýchala a prestal dýchať. Mne to bolo ľúto ako kokot.
Here, Martha. This is my heart. Carry it with you. I'm starting to understand how painful your condition must have been. Not being able to properly communicate with anyone is becoming increasingly difficult. I envied you, but I did not see your suffering. I did not understand your courage. I miss you so much, Martha. I'm not worthy to dress in your clothes. Commune of San Casciano, Province of Florence. Death certificate. From the Register of Death Certificates of this commune, number 174, part 3, series 12 of the year 1944. It is certified that on the day of the 16th of July of the year 1944, Julia Kay has died, resident of Villa Perchabaya, born in La Romola. On the 26th of February 1923, the daughter of General Erich Kay and Irene Kay, Don Attilio D. will give the funeral and the esteemed Mr. Alberto M., who will look after the burial in the cemetery of La Romola. Telephone number 6537. The official state civil service. General Galeazzo T.
Generál. Čo teraz? Čo teraz? Buste, M-ko, objektív, telefon.
Seva, od dnes na TRT má to byť 3,6 tesťák BT2TV. A viem, nikto sa nepýtal. Pekný večer prajem. Restt.
3,6? Tebe jebe. To je fakt málo, ty kokot. Koľko máš rokov? To je dosť málo. Hej, užij to, kamoško, budeš naložený. Budeš mať plno energie, dobre sa vyspíš, budeš zdravší, rýchlejší, lepšie rozmýšľať, budeš pán úplný. Full jadových 60, František jadových 11, 4, 55, ďakujem. Dobre, vydržte. 6, 9, 3, 4. Šesť, 9, 3, 4.
You've called this number. Damn, Lapo must be dead then. Rest in peace, fair comrade.
Yes, Lapo is dead. I am
No, don't talk. We don't need to know who you are. By calling this number, it means Lapo house of German General Erich K has to be cut. One goes to the house, but there's another cable we suspect is connected to a secret base. That is the one that has to be cut. If you see any German vehicles around, let us know immediately. We won't use this number anymore. It's dangerous. Use a telegraph. That will be safer. I hope you know how to use them. Otherwise, you'll have to come up with something. This is important. Frequency X. Before the message, telegraph, town on fire to identify yourself. Long live the homeland. Long live the liberation.
Should I sabotage the cable and become a spy? I don't know. My father is German. It would be like betraying him even though he himself hates this war. But what happened to Lapo and those guys? If I can save someone's life, maybe I should try.
To nebudem teda hlavne strihať káble a píčoviny.
He may be able to advise me on what to do. Don't even know the first thing about all this. What were you thinking, Lapo?
Kedy si nastreliť? Na konci marca. Mám piči, už nepíšem, lebo moderátor mi dal timeout, kokotek. Marc! Kubo, sejam, ja to ďakujem ti. Dobre, novú webku? Nie, sem shit, bráško, vypínam to do piče. Too slow for me, too slow. A možno to dohráme, je to celkom cool.